Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, someone is waiting to criticize you? You stay honest, you work hard, yet people still judge you, spread rumors, or enjoy watching you fail. In this video, you'll discover the Stoic art of staying calm when everyone seems to be against you and how to protect your peace no matter what others think. At first, it hurts. You begin to question yourself. You replay every conversation and wonder if you're the problem. But nearly 2,000 years ago, the Stoic philosophers faced the same judgment, the same betrayal, and the same loneliness. Their response can still change your life today. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you have power over your mind, not over outside events. The moment you truly understand this, criticism loses its power. Today, you'll learn practical Stoic principles that will help you stay calm, confident, and emotionally unshaken, even when the whole world seems against you. Imagine standing in the middle of a storm. The wind is loud. The rain is relentless. Everything around you feels out of control. Now imagine standing there without fear. That is exactly how a Stoic faces criticism. The storm may continue, but your mind remains untouched. Most people believe their suffering comes from other people. The Stoics believed something different. They taught that suffering begins when we give other people's opinions permission to control our emotions. The opinion itself has no power. Our reaction gives it power. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself of this every morning. He expected to meet selfish people, dishonest people, and those driven by ego. Yet he refused to let their behavior decide his own. His peace was never dependent on someone else's character. Think about the last time someone insulted you. The words reached your ears in a second, but your mind replayed them for hours, maybe even days. The real battle was never the insult. The real battle was the conversation you kept having inside your own head. This is why Stoicism begins with awareness. Before changing the world, observe your own thoughts. Ask yourself one question. Is this event hurting me? Or is my interpretation creating the pain? That single question can completely change the way you experience life. People who criticize you are often fighting battles you cannot see. Some project their own fears. Others attack what they secretly admire. Their words reveal far more about them than they ever reveal about you. Understanding this creates emotional distance. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with every insult you have ever received. Every criticism adds another stone. Stoicism invites you to stop carrying it. You do not need to prove your worth to people who already decided not to understand you. One of the greatest forms of freedom is realizing that not everyone has to like you. Your purpose is not to win every opinion. Your purpose is to build a character so strong that opinions lose their ability to shake your confidence. From this moment forward, stop asking why people are against you. Ask a better question. How can I become so calm that their judgment no longer controls my emotions? That is where real strength begins. That is the Stoic path. The first Stoic principle is simple, yet incredibly difficult to practice. Stop trying to control what was never yours to control. You cannot control another person's opinion, their words, or their actions. But you can always control your own response. That is where real power begins. Imagine giving a stranger the keys to your house. It sounds ridiculous. Yet every time you let someone's opinion decide your mood, you hand them the keys to your mind. The Stoics believed your mind is your greatest possession. Guard it with discipline. Epictetus taught that if someone speaks badly about you, remember this. They are only speaking about the version of you that exists inside their own mind. They do not truly know you. They know only their perception. And perception is often incomplete. This changes everything. You stop fighting every false opinion. You stop chasing every misunderstanding. Instead, you invest that energy into becoming a better person. Time has a remarkable way of revealing the truth without you saying a single word. There will always be people who refuse to understand you, not because you failed to explain yourself, but because understanding you was never their intention. Once you accept this, you stop wasting energy on battles that can never be won. Marcus Aurelius never asked, "How do I make everyone like me?" Instead, he asked, "How do I remain a good man regardless of how others behave?" That single question transformed the way he faced criticism, betrayal, and conflict throughout his life. When someone attacks your character, pause before reacting. Ask yourself one question. Does this criticism reveal something I genuinely need to improve? If the answer is yes, learn from it. If the answer is no, let it pass like the wind. The strongest people are not those who never face criticism. They are the ones who refuse to let criticism define them. Every insult becomes an opportunity to practice patience. Every difficult moment becomes another step toward mastering yourself. The second Stoic principle is silence. Not every accusation deserves an answer. Not every insult deserves your attention. Sometimes the strongest response is none at all. Silence is not weakness. It is confidence that refuses to be pulled into unnecessary conflict. Think about a mountain during a storm. Thunder crashes, winds roar, rain falls without mercy. Yet the mountain never argues with the storm. It simply stands firm. The Stoics believed your character should be just like that, strong enough to remain unmoved. Many people react immediately because they fear looking weak. But reacting without thinking usually gives your emotions control. Calm people understand something different. Every pause creates space between emotion and action. That space is where wisdom is born. Seneca warned that anger is temporary madness. The moment you respond with rage, you surrender your judgment. The person who offended you now controls your emotions. Remaining calm is not about protecting your pride. It is about protecting your freedom. Have you noticed that arguments rarely change anyone's mind? Most people are not listening to understand. They are listening to reply. The Stoics understood this long before social media existed. They chose peace over pointless debates because peace always has greater value. Silence also gives truth time to reveal itself. Lies often spread quickly, but they rarely survive forever. If your actions consistently reflect integrity, people eventually notice. Your reputation should be built by your behavior, not by endless explanations. This does not mean allowing others to abuse you. Stoicism is not passive acceptance. It teaches calm strength. When action is necessary, act with clarity instead of anger. When silence is wiser, remain silent without resentment or fear. Imagine carrying a glass of water filled to the very top. Every emotional reaction spills a little more. Calm people protect what is inside. They refuse to let every rude comment shake their balance. Their peace becomes stronger than the noise around them. The third Stoic principle is understanding why people attack you in the first place. Not every critic is your enemy, but not every opinion deserves your attention either. Many attacks are born from fear, insecurity, comparison, or jealousy rather than truth. Think about a tree filled with fruit. People throw stones at the tree that has something valuable to offer. They rarely throw stones at the empty one. Growth naturally attracts attention. Sometimes it also attracts criticism. That is simply the price of becoming better. This does not mean every criticism comes from jealousy. Sometimes people point out flaws that help us grow. Wisdom is learning the difference. Rejecting every opinion makes you arrogant. Accepting every opinion makes you weak. Stoicism chooses balance. When someone criticizes you, ask yourself 3 questions. Is it true? Is it useful? Is it worth my peace? Those 3 questions can save you from countless emotional battles and help you respond with reason instead of impulse. Most people never stop to examine their own minds. They react instantly, defend their ego, and carry resentment for years. A Stoic chooses another path. Reflection replaces reaction. Curiosity replaces anger. Growth replaces revenge. Remember this. Someone else's inability to see your value does not reduce your value. Diamonds remain valuable even when they are buried beneath the ground. Your character does not become smaller because someone refuses to recognize it. The moment you stop seeking approval, something remarkable happens. You become impossible to manipulate. Praise no longer controls you. Criticism no longer destroys you. Your actions begin to come from your principles instead of other people's expectations. That is why the Stoics focused on character instead of reputation. Reputation lives inside other people's minds. Character lives inside your own actions. One changes every day. The other becomes the foundation of your entire life. Now imagine someone insulting you in front of others. Your heart begins to race. Your mind searches for the perfect response. This is the exact moment when most people lose control. But the Stoics trained for this moment long before it ever happened. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that no one can harm your character without your permission. They may damage your reputation. They may spread lies. But your integrity remains untouched unless you choose to abandon it. Instead of asking, "How do I prove them wrong?" ask, "How do I remain true to myself?" That simple shift changes everything. Your goal is no longer winning the argument. Your goal becomes protecting your character. There is a quiet confidence that comes from knowing who you are. When your identity depends on truth instead of approval, criticism becomes lighter. You stop carrying every negative opinion because you already know where your worth comes from. Have you ever noticed that calm people often make others uncomfortable? Their silence cannot be manipulated. Their patience cannot be rushed. Their confidence cannot be stolen. They possess something the world rarely teaches: mastery over themselves. Every difficult person becomes a teacher. Every insult becomes a lesson in patience. Every betrayal becomes an opportunity to strengthen your resilience. The Stoics believed life itself was training your character through every challenge you faced. This does not happen overnight. Emotional strength is built the same way physical strength is built. One challenge at a time. One disciplined response at a time. One conscious decision after another until calm becomes your natural habit. Imagine looking back 1 year from now. The insults that feel so painful today will probably mean nothing. Yet the discipline you build by staying calm will remain with you for the rest of your life. That is the true reward. So how do you actually practice this kind of calm in everyday life? The Stoics followed simple habits that slowly transformed the mind. They understood that inner peace is not created during a crisis. It is built long before the crisis ever arrives. The first habit is the morning pause. Before checking your phone or reading messages, spend 1 quiet minute preparing your mind. Remind yourself that today you may face criticism, disappointment, or disrespect. Then decide that none of it will control your character. The second habit is learning to delay your reaction. Whenever emotions rise, pause for just a few seconds. Take 1 slow breath. That small pause weakens anger and gives reason enough time to take control before your emotions make the decision for you. The third habit is keeping your focus on action instead of opinion. Ask yourself every day, did I act with honesty? Did I act with courage? Did I stay true to my values? Those answers matter far more than someone else's approval. The fourth habit is accepting that discomfort is part of growth. Every challenge tests your discipline. Every difficult conversation strengthens your patience. Instead of asking why life is hard, ask what this moment is trying to teach you. Finally, end each day with reflection. Marcus Aurelius often examined his own actions before sleeping, not to criticize himself, but to improve. Growth begins when you honestly evaluate your own behavior instead of judging everyone else's. Imagine living this way for an entire year. The same situations would still happen. People would still judge you. Some would still misunderstand you. The difference is that you would no longer surrender your peace every time someone questioned your worth. That is the hidden strength of Stoicism. It does not promise a life without problems. It teaches you how to become the kind of person who remains steady even when life refuses to be easy. Think about the strongest person you have ever met. Chances are they were not the loudest person in the room. They did not need to prove themselves to everyone. Their strength came from a quiet confidence that could not be shaken by other people's opinions. This is the kind of strength Stoicism offers. Not physical power, not dominance over others, but mastery over yourself. Because the person who controls their own mind can never truly be controlled by the world around them. The next time someone misunderstands you, remember this moment. You do not need to explain yourself to everyone. You do not need to win every argument. Your peace is far too valuable to exchange for temporary approval. People will continue to judge you through the lens of their own experiences. Some will support you. Others will doubt you. None of those opinions can define who you are unless you quietly accept them as the truth. Your responsibility is simple. Live with integrity. Speak with honesty. Act with discipline. Let your life become the answer that words could never provide. Character always speaks louder than explanation. One day you will realize that the people who once criticized you no longer matter. But the patience, wisdom, and self-control you developed because of those difficult moments will stay with you forever. Every challenge you face today is shaping the person you will become tomorrow. Every moment you choose calm over anger is another victory that no one can take away from you. That is the quiet power of the Stoic mind. So when it feels like everyone is against you, do not panic. Stand firm. Protect your character. Guard your peace. And remember, the strongest victories are often invisible because they happen inside your own mind. If this message helped you see criticism in a new way, carry these lessons into your everyday life. Every difficult person becomes another opportunity to practice wisdom. Every challenge becomes another step toward becoming unshakable. If you enjoyed this journey into Stoic wisdom, subscribe to the Stoic Edge for more timeless lessons on discipline, resilience, and self-mastery. Until next time, protect your peace, master your mind, and let your character speak louder than the world's opinions. Before we finish, there is one final Stoic lesson that many people never truly understand. Staying calm is not about hiding your emotions. It is about refusing to let your emotions become your master. There is a profound difference between feeling anger and being controlled by it. Marcus Aurelius ruled one of the largest empires in history. Every day he faced betrayal, criticism, political enemies, and impossible decisions. Yet when he wrote in his private journal, he rarely complained about other people. Instead, he reminded himself to become wiser than yesterday. Think about that for a moment. A man responsible for millions of lives chose to spend more time improving himself than criticizing others. That is why his words continue to inspire people nearly 2,000 years later. Most of us do the opposite. We spend hours thinking about what someone said, replaying arguments that already ended, and imagining conversations that will probably never happen. Every minute spent there is a minute stolen from your own life. The Stoics believed your attention is your most valuable resource. Wherever your attention goes, your life follows. If you constantly focus on people who disrespect you, they quietly become the center of your world. They never deserved that power. Instead, direct your attention toward your purpose. Build your health, strengthen your mind, improve your skills, deepen your relationships. Every hour invested in yourself weakens the influence of people who once disturbed your peace. Imagine meeting the same person who once insulted you 5 years from now. While they remained trapped in anger, you spent those years becoming wiser, calmer, healthier, and stronger. That is the greatest form of revenge, a life well lived. Stoicism never teaches revenge through punishment. It teaches victory through transformation. Your success is measured by the person you become, not by the people you defeat. The greatest battle has always been within yourself. There will always be noise. There will always be opinions. There will always be people who misunderstand your intentions. Waiting for the world to become peaceful is impossible. Learning to become peaceful within yourself is entirely possible. Every morning, remind yourself that your peace is earned through discipline. Every evening, ask whether you protected that peace. These small daily victories eventually create a mind that remains calm even in the middle of chaos. One day someone will try to provoke you, expecting the old version of you to react. Instead, they will meet someone calm, patient, and impossible to manipulate. They may never understand what changed, but you will know exactly why. That is the quiet transformation Stoicism creates. It changes the way you think before it changes the way you live. And once your mind changes, the opinions of others begin to lose the power they once held over you. So the next time it feels like everyone is against you, remember this. Protect your character more than your reputation. Protect your peace more than your pride. And protect your mind more than your ego. Because everything else can be taken from you. But a disciplined mind is a freedom no one can ever steal. If there's one lesson I hope you remember from this video, it's this. The world may never stop judging you. People may never fully understand you, but none of that has the power to destroy your peace unless you hand them the key. Protect your mind, guard your character, and let your actions speak louder than every opinion. If this video gave you a new perspective, don't let these lessons end here. Subscribe to the Stoic Edge and join thousands of people choosing discipline over emotion, wisdom over anger, and peace over approval. New Stoic lessons are waiting for you every week. Until next time, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Master that truth, and nothing outside you will ever be able to control the person within. Stay strong, stay calm, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, the loudest person is rarely the strongest. The strongest mind is the one that remains calm when the whole world expects it to break. This is the Stoic Edge. Until next time, protect your peace.